Alrighty. God, how do I start this?
What's up, guys? It's Nate here.
You're the YouTuber. Sorry.
It's been a while, bro. Alright. Oh, how do I start? Bill, how about you start?
This is not my channel, buddy.
This is not my channel.
Alrighty.
This is yours.
Oh, what the fuck? Alrighty, today we got some Premier League predictions. I'm with some of my... fuck me. Alrighty, today we got some Premier League predictions. Today I'm with some of my... What do I say? I was gonna say dweebs now.
Oh, write a script.
Alrighty, today we got some Premier League predictions. I'm with some of my boys, Jack and Build. Say what's up.
What's up,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, and we're just gonna get straight into it. Honestly, where should we start? Should we go bottom to top, or top to bottom, or top to bottom to middle? Bottom. All right. Who do we think is getting relegated? We got the new clubs: Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and Fulham. Are the newly promoted
Fulham's
sides?
gone.
Fulham's going down. Fulham and Norwich usually always go up and down. They like alternate into the Premier League and the Championship every season. So I don't hate that. We're saying 20th place for them. Straight bottom. They haven't made too many signings, if I can recall.
They got Mitch.
Yeah, they do have that boy Mitrovic. He could go crazy. He went crazy in the Championship. I believe scored like 40 goals. Something crazy.
Yeah, I think it was 43.
In 90, she scored 43 goals. My God. Yeah, that boy went nuts. I'm not going to lie. But can he... Fucking hell. But can he carry them? I don't know.
Probably not, no.
Alright, I honestly don't know who they've signed. I guess we could look it up.
They signed Bern Leno.
They just did, didn't they? They did.
Today.
Vern Leno was a solid keeper.
8 mil.
If you don't use his feet. Yeah, no. Why is the Egyptian Premier League the first one that comes up, dude?
The Bangladesh Premier League.
Where is the Where is the
PG
freaking
Premier- Singapore.
It's UK, isn't it? Unreal. It's wait, why is the E down here? Alright. We got here eventually. They signed Paulinho. That's kind of a cool little signing. 30 mil as well. Andres Pereira. Jack, what are your thoughts on him? As you are the United fan.
I got Kevin and
Pretty
Bob
solid. I
too.
mean, he's never reached the potential he had, but
Yeah,
I mean,
and Bob. I know Solomon. Solomon's a good little career mode player. They sold Steven Sessegnon and Andre Zambo Anguissa to Napoli. 33 mil.
I know that guy.
So some solid signings from Fulham. I'm not gonna lie, but is it enough to
And
keep them in the
Babu?
Prem? I'm not sure. Oh my God, can this piss off? All right. Who do we think's finishing 19th, boys? We got Bournemouth, Nottingham, Everton have barely made any signings. They've signed Tarkowski and Dwight McNeil, and last season they were pretty much super reliant on Richarlison, who they lost, who's no longer even there. We got even some dark horses like Southampton, potentially Wolves.
Loki Southampton.
Southampton haven't done too much, you know. I could see them potentially getting relegated, but they do have a little reputation, you know. They got some pedigree in the league already. Let's check out who they've signed.
I don't think it's anybody.
Yeah, I couldn't. Jesus Christ.
I think it's
look at
literally
us.
nobody.
I don't know
What's going on here?
Fill the whole page.
What is going on there?
Southampton FC. Oh, hold up. They got some of our boys. They got Bazunu, a good international for Ireland goalkeeper. He'll be solid. And they got my boy Romeo Lavia. Oh my God. This needs to... Next century.
Huh?
It makes sense.
Why was next century an option?
Next century is absurd.
Wait, did you guys see this guy's goal? Joel Aribo?
I didn't see it.
No.
I
Okay.
did watch that
Wa-
Rangers
watch
game
this,
when they
watch
played.
this. No, dude, it just happened. Watch this. Sorry, it's recorded with a toenail. Why is it so loud? This is him.
Okay.
Literally turned into Messi. Look at this.
What the hell?
Yeah, that was actually
He
nuts.
He was pretty solid in the game. I'll watch for Rangers.
For Rangers, what is he? A central midfield? I don't know much about it, if I'm being honest,
He was
except for that goal.
He pushed up a lot. I'm pretty sure he scored in that game.
Probably did. I mean, I guess we could check it.
I'm pretty sure he
Rangers,
scored.
Frankfurt, right? Frankfurty. Joe Remo, he didn't score.
Yeah, I'm
this
pretty
guy's
sure.
just nuts. Southampton do
Yeah.
always get like
I
little
think it
good
was just like
signings
in
in.
behind, like quick counter. I think they
Yeah.
like messed up and you just got in behind and scored.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't
Should
know
be done with.
what website that is, but you need to get that website.
Yeah, I don't
off
really
of-
know, but apparently this tier maker website is a threat to my family. So we don't know. But Southampton obviously got some other players. James Ward-Prowse, arguably the best free kick taker in the world. Have some great fullbacks. Kyle Walker-Peters, Tino Livramento, who had a great year but did get hurt. They got some solid players, but is their squad still good enough to keep them up? I'm not really too sure. But do we think they would finish 19th? I think there's some other clubs that are probably worse than them, like Bournemouth, who haven't done
For
too
the
much.
sake of someone else, I don't want to put Nottingham there.
I think
but,
Nottingham could. Nottingham are a weird one, dude, because they lost a lot of people because they had him on loan, but they did make a lot of signings. Jesse Lingard's now there. They signed Omar Richards from Bayern, kind of a fire.
Nottingham are gas.
Yeah, they
We
got
really-
and they got a fun coach because obviously last season they started off the championship like bottom 3, like one of the worst teams there, and then they changed managers and then they roared up to promotion, which is crazy.
We
I
really
don't know.
expect Jesse Lingard to be the saving grace.
Dude, he was West Ham's.
Yeah, the last time we saw him with West Ham, he was pretty nuts.
Yeah, but West Ham also have like
West Ham
plenty
do
of other.
Oh my, they're freaking worse than ours. They signed Dean Henderson as well, a good keeper to has some pedigree of keeping other teams up as well, like he did with Sheffield United. They got Omar Richards, who I mentioned, Musa Niakate from, is that Mainz? Yeah, Mainz. Nico Williams is a good little fullback, and then Taiwo Awoniyi from Union Berlin, a little striker there. They've made a lot of signings, but obviously lost a lot of people as well, like Jed Spence. Who do we think is finishing 19th? Who do we think is finishing 19th? Yeah. Bournemouth haven't done entirely a lot either, if I can recall. They got themselves, where are they? Right here. They brought, oh, I thought that was Tavernier on Rangers. I was like, what the heck? Ryan Fendrick's on a free. I mean, they've honestly done nothing. Gary Cahill's gone. That's a massive loss.
I
Shoot.
only coaches them now.
He's probably like the
Right.
academy coach now.
Probably something in their coaching. Just
I say Bournemouth finished 19th. Honestly, I don't think their squad's that great.
Yeah.
Slot them in right there. And now for the last relegation spot, what are you boys thinking?
Southampton.
Wow.
They're dookie.
I'm putting Nottingham.
Jack, can I
first.
get a definition for Dookie?
Just shit.
What the heck? What you think, Bill?
It's a family-friendly channel.
Yeah,
Jack.
it's a
That's not
family-friendly
very
channel, bro. Don't be throwing this shit word around.
good. Dookie is things you find in the toilet.
Yeah. Let's see.
How do you spell Dookie? Dookie.
E-O-O-K.
That's not a.
Oh my god, did I not say next century?
E-O-O-K-I-E.
I-E. Or Dookie.
It is I-E.
Jack says Southampton build. What do you
I
say?
say Nottingham.
Wow. Nottingham. Would it be a little boring, though, to just go with the 3 promoted teams as the relegation?
Yeah. Yeah, build, you boring ass.
I'll boring. Even though it is the safe option, I guess. You know what, Jack? I'm putting Southampton.
Yeah.
We're putting Southampton. They're going down next season. It's going to be crazy. James Ward-Prowse is going to go for a big fee. We'll see. Okay, now should we hop into 17th to 16th place? Barely
I'm
scraping
throwing
it.
Nottingham in there.
I think it's safe to put Nottingham probably here. But I would like to see them survive. They've got a lot of pedigree. Have more Champions League than mine and Build's club. But I think they're here. I think they just lost a lot. They have a fun squad, though, and a fun coach. So I hope they stay up for their sake. Who do we think is finishing 16th?
What is Brentford really done?
Brentford.
What has Brighton
Everton.
done?
Brighton. Let's go check them out. They've gotten
No,
themselves. Brighton are always
Brighton are-
good, though.
Dude,
They're always good, and they were really good last year. They might lose Cucurella, who's all over the place right now. He wants to go to City. City won't pay 50 mil, but now Chelsea want him, which means Barcelona are probably going to get him. So they're going to lose him, most likely. He handed in a transfer request. He's a big player for them. But they do have very good recruiting. They got my boy Undov, who had a nasty Tots card this season. Never used him, though.
Dunk.
Lewis Dunk, who's guaranteed to score at least 2 own goals.
A game, probably.
But other than that, I don't really know too much about their signings. But like I said, they always do good recruiting. They always got some good players. They also lost Basuma to Tottenham, who's another good player in their midfield. Brighton, I don't know. They just got a good structure and a good manager. So, like, I think they'll be around here, most likely. I think they finished, like, I don't know, Premier League table 2022.
To really make sense.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Bang. Brighton finished 9th last year, dude.
9th.
Really good. 51 points over Wolves, Palace, Brentford.
I like Leeds, but I don't want Leeds to be that low.
I don't either. I do like Leeds, and I do like the business they've done. Obviously, they lost a lot of big players with Calvin Phillips and Rafinha, 2 massive players, but they got a hefty fee for the both of them, like 100-odd mil, and they brought in Tyler Adams, an American, Brendan Harrison, another American, Luis Sinistera, who was great for Feyenoord last season, Christensen, a right back from Salzburg, Mark Roca from Bayern. We didn't see him too much there, but we know he's got that pedigree. If Bayern are freaking signing him, you know what I'm saying? They've done some good business, but is it enough to replace Calvin Phillips and Rafinha?
New manager intact too.
My boy Jesse Marsh, an American.
First full season.
USA. I think Leeds are fine, but 16th, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Everton there.
Yeah.
They just have
I
not done.
Lampard's back.
Yeah, Lampard's a little. He's on the verdict right now. They brought in Dwight McNeil, James Tarkowski, but I mean they lost Richarlison, who's the big one, right? And actually the biggest one, Fabian Delph.
No,
that is a massive loss. That's a massive loss.
You see where that you see. Okay, no, go back. You see where it says joined? No, go back. It says joined without club for good reason.
No. Don't say that. Don't disrespect a City legend. He's got multiple Premier Leagues. Played left back for us. This man could do just about it all, and he deserves a club. See that position, central midfield? He was our starting left back. Unbelievable players, unbelievable techers, unbelievable mentality.
It's the basics of football.
Fabian Delph disrespect would not be tolerated around here.
He's getting all of it. This was like he did just back then.
Because they got rid of Fabian Delph, I almost want to put them here. Who's down for Everton? 16th.
I am.
Build?
Even if I said no, majority rules.
Yeah. So,
Build gets scammed.
Not that I'm saying no, but even if I said no, majority rules.
All right, 15th to 11, kind of mid-table-y. Who do we got here? I'm thinking clubs like Brentford, maybe Villa, Crystal Palace are always good. Vieira had a great season.
Villa.
Leeds definitely will probably be in here. Manchester United will probably be in here.
Honestly, not
Newcastle will probably be good. Wolves as well. Who do we think is finishing 15th? I think Leeds are pretty. Leeds or Brentford, maybe.
I'm going Leeds, Newcastle.
Dude, I think Newcastle could finish like 7.
I'm gonna hate Newcastle trade for no reason.
What's with the hate Newcastle trade?
What is?
I'm gonna go. Jack, you cool with Leeds at 15?
Yeah.
Shout out Leeds.
I want Palace. I'm gonna hate Palace trade, especially because we played them first.
Vieira's their manager. You're an Arsenal fan. Where's the love?
Yeah, why is he their manager and not coaching of something?
Where's the love? Company is the manager of Burnley. I'm a big Burnley guy now. You see how much possession they had on that first game? Unbelievable techers he's doing over there. 14th place. Who do we think here? Brentford, Brighton,
I think
Wolves. Brentford. I don't know too much of what Brentford did, if I'm being honest with you. I guess we can check it out.
Still on my screen.
Fabian Delph deserves to stay on the screen.
I think they
Aaron Hickey.
Strakosha
from Lazio. I mean, that's pretty cool. Ben Mee from Burnley after they got relegated. That's a decent signing, although he is 32 now, so I'm not sure how impactful he could be for them. Keane Lewis Potter. They lost Eriksson, though. Eriksson was honestly like a massive reason why they even stayed up last season, because they were near bottom, and then he came in and he just changed the atmosphere with his creativeness and everything. That's a big loss, and I don't think you could really replace a player of that caliber, who's definitely Champions League level caliber, playing for Brentford. That's a big loss, so I think it's safe to play them. And now he's on Manchester United. All right, 13th place. Who do we think now? There's a lot of good clubs, dude.
I go Crystal.
I wouldn't hate Crystal Palace there. Where'd they finish last season? They finished 12th, so around here. Even though they got so much hype, I thought they were like around here, but they were just 12th.
Yeah.
I think Crystal Palace is pretty safe. They do have some ballers on their team. I won't lie. My boy Eze. They brought in Czech Doucouré, who's going to be a great signing. He's got a lot of hype about him.
Of course, Wilfried Zaha.
Yeah, they still got Zaha. My boy Benteke, FIFA 14 legend. They are going to lose Conor Gallagher though, who's back at Chelsea, who was a great player for them for the first half of last season. But obviously, Eze's the boy. I think Eze's going to have a good year. But Palace as a whole probably finishing around this range, if I'm being honest. And now we got 13th place, 12th place. Who do we got for 12th, boys? Brighton's probably the one standing, or Wolves.
I actually like Wolves. A good team though.
Wolves are always decent, but I feel like they haven't done too much this season, if I'm being honest. Brought in Nathan Collins, my boy Hee Chan Huang.
Yeah, they lost already.
They got Adama Traore back, but we all know he's gonna put up like 1 goal and 1 assist.
Yeah, he really is.
Doesn't do too much. I mean, they didn't really. They kind of have the same team. Last year they finished 10th. But their defense was really good last season. I don't think it's going to be as good now. And Ruben Neves is kind of on the block. We don't know what's going on with him. Obviously, John Moutinho's getting a year older. Raul Jimenez is still that boy. But overall, that team, I'm not sure they're going to finish in the top 10, if I'm being honest with you.
Patrick Cutrone.
They brought him in. I think they finished 12, honestly. Are we good with that?
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Think that's harsh?
I think that's harsh.
And now for the last spot. Who?
Brighton goes.
Oh wait. Oh my god. I think Brighton get lower than them too. But Brighton have a good everything, dude.
Brighton are just beasts.
But yeah, they're just well ran. Like they're always just good. Graham Potter's a good manager. They got great recruiting. They always got good players. I think Brighton probably finish here though. These two are kind of interchangeable, but for the sake of going not with Build's opinion, I'm putting Brighton there.
Unreal. Why am I even here?
All right, 10th place, Bill. This one's your choice. Who do you think's finishing 10th?
Here's my thing. What have Leicester did in the
Leicester, funny enough, there's only I think there's only one team in the top 7 leagues. I'm talking the main top 5. I think Portugal and Netherlands as well. There's only one team that has not made a signing, and it's been Leicester City.
Yo, what have Leicester
They
done?
have not done too much. Let's go ahead and scroll up to the L's. Right here, look at it. There's nothing. They got Pryatt, and they didn't really lose anybody. They've been doing cardio this transfer window. Not much. They could maybe still lose Yuri Tielemans. We don't really know what's going on with him. Vardy's obviously getting older. He's like, what, 52 years old now? It's actually... But he's still doing his thing, though.
Like 34.
35 years old. Oh, he's born in January? That makes me like him a little more.
Unreal.
35 years old, though. And he can't really stay on the pitch anymore, besides maybe 20 games at most. 25-ish games. He's still a baller, but obviously he's just going down. But they obviously do have my boy Iheanacho. Patson Daka could have a breakout year. I'm expecting him to do big things. James Maddison, I think, will be moved back into his natural position in the middle. Brendan Rodgers should be able to do his thing. But also, Brendan Rodgers has a reputation of getting sacks in like year 3, year 4, which is now that territory for Leicester. We've seen it multiple times before, so who knows? It's kind of up in the air. Obviously, Wesley Fofana, who's probably their best defender, is linked with Chelsea right now, but they want 95 to 100 mil on the reports, so I'm not sure if they're going to pay that. Fofana's a baller. Last season he was hurt. That's why they were not that great. He pretty much does everything in their back and was a massive reason why Soyuncu looked so good the year before. And then last season Fofana got hurt and Soyuncu was looking mid as ever. So if they lose him, then they're down. But I mean, they would get 100 mil for
Leicester there.
You're putting Leicester 10th?
I'm putting Leicester at 10.
I don't hate it, but obviously another club like Brighton that are very well ran, obviously after they won the Premier League the other year and they sold the likes of Conte, Mahrez, but they did invest very nicely, got a good manager and got a good just reputation now, because before they won the Premier League, they were obviously in the relegation battle every year. You know, we didn't really think much of them, but now they're a consistent top 10 team, and a team that a lot of clubs are probably scared of, especially me as a City fan, because Vardy always just kills us every time.
It's a party.
It's always a party. Always a party. But I think Leicester 10th is fine. They just got a lot of question marks right now with their manager, with their team, the lack of signings. It's just not much hype to go around, you know? Not much to be excited for. It's just another year of the same old, same old. Now we got 9th place. We got Newcastle, West Ham, Villa. Villa's still here. I thought they could maybe creep around here, to be honest with you, but obviously they've made some big signings as well. Obviously they made a ton of signings last season after selling Jack Grealish for 100 mil, but they did not do well last year. Yeah, but now this year, Jack Grealish is player of the year this year. Diego Carlos, big center back in from Sevilla, 44 mil there. Felipe Coutinho, crazy signing. Who, like, imagine saying this 4 years ago that Felipe Coutinho is going to be playing for Aston Villa. Obviously a guy that moved to FC Barcelona for 150 mil, didn't really have a good time over there, but went on loan to Aston Villa last season in January and really was amazing for them. He's still, we all know Coutinho's still quality Champions League level player, and for him to sign to Villa is a massive statement for them, honestly. So now they got him on a permanent. That's good. They got, Boubacar Kamara on a free from Marseille as well. Another good defensive midfielders there. Ton of signings here. Yeah, a ton of signings. They obviously got Steven Gerrard as well, but I think it's a club with a lot of ambition at the most. And they got really good players in. They obviously got players like John McGinn, Jacob Ramsey, Matty Cash, good right back, Emiliano Martinez, yes sir. Tyrone Mings, whatever you think about him, he's okay.
I rate Tyrone.
He's just so hit or miss.
Yeah, he's very hit or miss, dude. But they got a good squad. Obviously, Ollie Watkins as well. Like, they have a really solid squad. I think this could be an exciting season for them. Did we see them finishing 9th or higher? But these clubs down here kind of... it's either them or Newcastle.
I'm respecting United to finish higher than Villa, but I don't think so. I think United are trash.
Well, that's just not true.
You're in a rebuilding arc.
You guys are in a rebuilding arc.
We're coming at us.
And the arc's taking at least 2 to 3 years. A 10-hog ball. And you...
Don't worry. We've been there.
Villa or Newcastle 9th? Or West Ham? Villa?
I think Newcastle.
You think Newcastle? I'm... let's look at... I don't know why this keeps popping up. Let's look at Newcastle's signings. I don't think they've done too much either. Obviously, they got that takeover last season, and everybody thought, like, oh my god, they're going to get Neymar and all these crazy people, Luis Suarez, but... they got in Sven Botman, very good center back from the league, and Matty Targets. Now they're Nick Pope, a very solid keeper. Obviously, Burnley went down. They snatched him up. Should definitely shore up that defense. Eddie Howe, really good manager as well. And in the second half of last season, the defense was really good. And I think another crazy stat was, I think ever since Eddie Howe came in, ever since they had that takeover, obviously in January, I think they had like top 5 most points in the league from that stretch on. So they were really good after they obviously brought in a ton of great Champions League level quality players like Bruno and more else. Newcastle could have a big year. Yeah, you got Mr. Gucci, the fake Mr. Gucci, Alan St. Maximin.
The fake Mr. Gucci.
He will never be the real Mr. Gucci. I think... Who do you think 9th build? Newcastle?
I think Newcastle.
I'll go with you here. Newcastle 9th place. That means pretty safe. Villa 8th.
I think Villa.
Yeah, Villa could do some things. I think they'll definitely be competing for a Europa League spot at the least. And then now we're in the top 7. What do we think here? United. You got Chelsea, who have looked abysmal in preseason. They can't score goals.
Yeah, Chelsea have been like, dude, their just management is just up in the air.
They're kind of all over the place. They still need a ton of signings. They need another center back, 100%. They need another striker, probably. Werner's arguably on his way out, or potentially on his way out to Juventus or somebody like that. They don't really have goals. Obviously, they signed Raheem Sterling, a phenomenal player from City. A great signing for them, 45-ish mil. Obviously, a proven talent in the Prem, but him alone isn't really going to create a ton of scoring opportunities himself. A lot of his goals at City was just him being in great positions and having the IQ to be there, and you know, De Bruyne or Cancelo or whoever else was just feeding them in him, and that's a great part of his game.
Volume.
He's not really gonna create a lot for himself, you know what I mean? And nobody on Chelsea really does. Mason Mount obviously is great, 10 goals, 10 plus assists last season. Havertz will be starting at striker for them this year, just still kind of in the air. Yeah, obviously he had a good stretch last season, but it kind of took him a while to get used to it, because they obviously had that boy Lukaku at striker, and that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Chelsea's a weird squad. Their midfield's kind of weird now as well. Conte's not able to play 30-ish games anymore. Obviously, when Conte is on the pitch, still amazing, but has definitely taken a step back just because of age and how much he does do on the field. Jorginho's kind of weird now. I don't really know how to feel about Jorginho. Obviously, he was like their top goal scorer the other year. Obviously, a great penalty taker, but Kovacic is class. I love Kovacic. They got... Yeah, Reece James is amazing. Arguably the best right back. Yeah, no more Rudiger, who was they're definitely one of the best center backs in the league. Koulibaly's still a great signing, but I don't think he's better than Rudiger. Lost Christensen, just lost a lot of depth at the center back position. They're relying a lot on Thiago Silva, who's as old as James. He's probably
37.
Yeah, what we got on Thiago Silva? 37, 36? I'm gonna say I think 37. Yeah, 37. Birthday. He's pretty much going to be 38 in the next month. So, I mean, he's getting on there, and they're relying on him a lot. Obviously, still an elite defender, because he's just super smart. Knows what he's doing. Brought in Sterling, Koulibaly. Broha's still there. We don't know what's going on with him. Batshuayi's been there for like 20 years and has gotten like 10 minutes.
Dude, he's a beast when he left.
Batshuayi always does his thing when he leaves. Emerson's cool, back out alone, could be their backup. So why are they going for Cucurella? I don't really know, because Chilwell's still a little iffy, because he's obviously tore his ACL last season, but they obviously lost Lukaku, which is, I mean, not the biggest loss for them. Loss of money, yes, but as a player, Lukaku does not work here. Rudiger's gone, Christensen's gone, Danny Drinkwater's gone. That's massive. Sao Niguez, who was the most pointless and weirdest signing of last season. Chelsea are weird. I wouldn't be surprised if they finished out of the top 6, if I'm being honest with you. What do you think? But West Ham, it's either them or West Ham probably. Well, what have West Ham done? Obviously, they had a great season last year. Declan Rice is becoming one of the world's best holding midfielders, and he's adding more to his game as well, getting into the attack now. Jared Bowen was phenomenal for them last year. They signed Skamaka, I don't really know how to say his name, like a 6'4" big striker from Sassuolo, but not really a target man, I've heard. More of a guy that is going to work hard, is going to drop deep, make plays for other people. They signed Aguerd. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Center back from Stade Rennais from Ligue 1. Areola now on a permanent, but they did lose their captain, Mark Noble. That's a big locker room presence. I'm just going to say it. Obviously, West Ham, good squad, good manager, and David Moyes. What do we think, Chelsea or West Ham here?
I still feel like United. I feel like anything holding Chelsea.
We haven't even talked about United.
Jesus, a hater.
All right, let's talk about United. Bill's been hinting at them since we were at 11 of 15. So let's go ahead and talk about Manchester United. They've done a lot of business this season. Obviously, their biggest one being Lisandro Martinez, center back / holding midfielder from Ajax, phenomenal player. Tyrell Malacia from Feyenoord, Christian Eriksen from Brentford is going to be a cool signing. But other than that, not too much. Obviously, they are getting Anthony Martial back, who's been looking good in preseason so far under Ten Hag ball, but did lose Paul Pogba, who, ask whoever you want, it's going to be a different opinion on him. Lingard, to me, a phenomenal locker room presence.
Oh, okay. Now you're reaching.
I'm just kidding. Cavani gave you a few minutes. Juan Mata's gone. I didn't even know Juan Mata still was there, honestly. They've done little business. Obviously, a lot is dependent on if Cristiano Ronaldo leaves or not. Looks like he's going to stay. He doesn't want to stay. The fans are kind of mixed. Is he better than Messi?
Minimum effort.
Obviously, Ronaldo's going to bag you at least 18 plus goals, no matter how old he is. But obviously, it's what else does he offer in terms of pressing in this new system where Ten Hag wants to press a lot. And obviously, Ronaldo being 37, 38 now is still in great shape, but is kind of He might have one of the biggest egos we've ever seen. He knows he's that guy. He's been that guy. He's done everything you need to do as a player. So he kind of thinks he's better than everybody else. We saw him leave early in the first preseason game he played after he said the King was going to play on Sunday. And he got himself a lovely 5.9 rating. United are kind of in a rebuild mode as well with the new coach, new system. It's probably going to take at least a year for the players to get adapt to it. We're seeing Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford look good again. Donny van de Beek, maybe. They still are in the air if they're going to get Frankie de Jong. If they get Frankie de Jong, then I mean, oh my goodness, that would be crazy.
I feel like Chelsea, for them, holding them on is their defense. I feel like their defense is just going to be so
with Tuchel as well. I mean, he's just going to run 5 in the back. They're always solid. It's just the goals that scare me, man. But Sterling should be able to contribute a lot. Mount's probably going to be even better than what he was last season, which was already great. But do we think West Ham are going to finish above them? Because these two are still got good managers, great players.
Are they in international or
they have like the Conference League or whatever it is. And of course with the World Cup as well, Declan Rice is going to play almost every minute in that. And if Declan Rice gets any sort of injury, then they're going to have a rough time because he's kind of their whole team, their glue. Do we just go the usual, put West Ham 7th?
Oh, West Ham 7th.
Yeah.
Put West Ham 7th. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish. Wait, why do I have I have top 4 and then 7 to 10.
I think 6 and 5.
Add a row below. Nah, why does it do that? All right, let's go Europa, right? 5 to 6.
Europa Conference.
No, this is Europa Conference. Europa League. We got the big 6 now. 5 to 6. Who's finishing 6?
I think United probably do.
Chelsea.
No, Bill, now you don't want to go United?
I just say United.
You said what?
United first and then Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So United 5th?
United 5th.
Like that. Obviously, yeah, we've talked a lot about them already. These teams, I mean, Chelsea's just kind of in a weird spot. They obviously want to compete right now, are making the signings to compete right now, but they just don't look great, and they still need more. Obviously, a lot of things could change. We got a month left of the transfer window, so they could bring in, maybe they splash out on Fofana, Cucurella, maybe another striker somewhere if they sell Werner. So a lot of things can change. Got to keep that in mind. Obviously, United just kind of in a rebuild, and it's where they want to be, right? They got a new manager. It's going to take time for him to get his players in and some old players out. So it's just going to be an adaptable season for their entire team. But now we are into the top 4. And what are we thinking here, boys?
Liverpool.
4th?
No.
Yes.
Bill thinks Liverpool. Obviously, we haven't talked about them. Lost Sadio Mane. Big loss. One of their best players.
Bound to get an injury. They're bound to get an injury.
They're bound to get an injury, you say. Obviously, splashed the cash on Darwin Nunez. Scored in the Community Shield. Looks like a exciting player, if I was to say. Obviously, got clowned a lot in the preseason for missing. Yeah, I don't know what happened in preseason. He was just missing everything in training camp and everything, but he looked really good. Yeah, he did look bad, but obviously he scored 4 goals in one game in that one game.
Player.
But they lost Sadio Mane. I don't know if he's their best player. But definitely a very Divock Origi is a big loss, very clutch player for them. Oh, and their other best player, Karius. He's gone. Nah, not Karius, man. Brought in Nunez, Carvalho, Calvin Ramsey to be a backup in case Trent goes down.
I just don't see where they'll get the replacement for Mane's.
Yeah,
goals.
Obviously they signed Diaz last year.
To score literally.
Yeah, Salah's gonna have to go crazy. Jota obviously started off last season great, but kind of slowed down as the season went on. Luis Diaz, though, they signed in January and was phenomenal for them. I think they're hoping he could take that next step up and fill the void that Sadio Mane is going to be leaving them. But Sadio Mane is a world-class player, African Player of the Year last season. It's going to be a big loss. Can they adapt this quickly? That's the question. Obviously, they still have Klopp. They still have Van Dijk. Still have an amazing defense with Alisson. Thiago's in midfield. Salah's going to do Salah-type things. I think they'll be fine. But then it's up to these two. And what do we think about the two London clubs here? Arsenal and Tottenham.
Better.
Build, as the Arsenal fan, what are your thoughts on this season?
Better.
What? You're better.
We are better.
Give me some reasons why.
Realistically, the only reason we're not as good terrible start to the year last year. I
Terrible
understand
start.
that. And then later on in the year, riddled with defensive injuries, we had no defense because everyone was hurt. Tierney out, Tomiyasu out, Ben White was playing and then out, Partey was out. Just our defense was shocking, but we're still getting the goals. Luckily, if our start of the season wasn't so bad.
True, it was only a few points off, and you kind of choked it at the end as well.
Some
Yeah.
crucial chokes.
Games to Newcastle.
We
But
had a lot
obviously,
of
another
injuries, so-
another year under Arteta, who's obviously trying to implement his system after he took a few years under Pep Guardiola at City, made some massive signings like Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira, Alex Zinchenko. Obviously, William Saliba's back, a massive player, had an outstanding season for Marseille last season. We can go ahead and check out Arsenal here as it is going. What is it doing? All right, there we go. Arsenal. My yours is just as long as ours, bro.
Well, it's okay. It's like 19 loans coming back. What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess so. You bought my boy Matt Turner though from New England.
Love Matt Turner.
Marquinhos.
We've only bought in Jesus and Zinchenko, Vieira, Matt Turner.
Yeah, that's true. It
Marquinhos.
looks like a long time. Pablo Mari, Bellerin's still there. Lucas Torreira, Reece Nelson,
probably gonna
Guendouzi. Isn't Guendouzi back on Marseille or is he with you?
Yeah, no. So it's end of love. Like he's back on Marseille.
Yeah, him and Nuno Tavares, eh?
Some contract clause where if he played so many games, he would like go there.
Yeah,
like, on
we
permanent.
lost Lacazette as well, but I think it's pretty clear that Jesus is a big upgrade on him. No more Lacazette twerking on defenders, backing them down. Jesus has been making things out of nothing. Dude, every time on Twitter I see Jesus doing something, like he gets the ball and he has like his back to his defender and he like dribbles past him. Every Arsenal fan's just like Lacazette would have stood there and just twerked on the defender.
It's so fun.
He was holding the ball, and
Yeah,
he
but-
did that very well.
That's all he did though. Zinni's a great signing too. Depth at left back because Tierney obviously has a lot of injury history, but it could also play in midfield if you need him to as well. That's obviously his main position. That's what City bought him as, a midfielder when he was playing in Ukraine, but obviously we needed a lot of help at left back, and he filled in that role very nicely. Now he's under a familiar face with Mikel Arteta again. He probably will shine for you guys, and now we can't get a left back because we sold him. Who do you think's fourth place though?
I think Spurs.
You think Spurs, Kelly?
I'd say, yeah, I'd go
Really?
Spurs.
Dude, I'd argue that Spurs could finish top 2.
No.
Spurs did a lot of good things this year, bro. But not only that, they have a proven manager in this league as well. And everywhere he's been, Antonio Conte came in last season in January, so he was already trying to catch up to everybody else, but was very solid. They got points against Liverpool. They got points against City. They brought in Richarlison for some backup now. A lot of money for a backup, but it's still going to relieve some pressure off of Harry Kane. Obviously, Kulusevski's son, Kane, is probably their top 3. Basuma should be a great addition into midfield. Obviously, they got Højbjerg, Bentancur, Jed Spence. Maybe will be their starting right wing back. We'll see either him or Mr. Doherty. Perisic will probably be their starting left wing back. This is a very Conte signing. You know Conte and his 5 in the back. He always gets older players in that knows the system, that knows him, that knows how to win. And he's probably going to come in and do his thing right away. They got my boy Legless, who's useless in my opinion, but they got him.
They can have him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Legless, to be honest with you. But he's on loan here just for depth. They got obviously, Eric Dyer, Ben Davies was playing center back, and Christian Romero was obviously the big one there. An amazing center back, one of the best in the league. I think Tottenham could be really good. They got their coach. They have an off season and everything with their coach. They got world-class players in Harry Kane and Son. We saw how good they were last season. Son was top scorer without getting one penalty.
Yeah, it is true.
We saw them shine. Harry Kane had like a terrible stretch too at the beginning of the season where he could not score for his life, but obviously started picking that up. Imagine if he does score at the beginning. He clicks with Son. Kulusevski came in January, and it was amazing. Now he's here the entire offseason. He's here with Conte. Dude, Tottenham are kind of scary, in my opinion.
We're better.
Jack, it's up to you. Tottenham or Arsenal, fourth
Battle of
place.
London clubs. I'm not going to take them over us. Okay, I can't do it.
I respect that.
Personally, can't do it.
But it's up to Jack now, because I'm going Tottenham to finish third.
Yeah, I think
Don't you dare.
I think Spurs are 4. And
Don't you dare.
Wow. Build won that argument?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And then the champions.
London is red.
The champions. It's always the big two, the two best managers in the world, the two probably best squads in the world with world-class players. Obviously, Liverpool lost a lot. We haven't really talked about City, which is my team. I could talk about them for however long. Obviously, we just lost the Community Shield to Liverpool. We honestly did not look good in that game. Haaland was okay. He missed an absolute sitter, I'm not going to lie. But he was smiling. Even when he missed it, I was laughing because I knew we already lost because we just did not look good. And they were looking sharp. Liverpool were looking good. But obviously, we all know Haaland. He's going to come and he's going to bag goals. There might be a little adjustment period because for him and the club, because we usually didn't really have a striker. We ran with a false 9, whether it was Foden, Jesus, Sterling at times. We've never really had a big striker since Edin Dzeko. Obviously, Aguero as well was amazing, but Dzeko was like our big man. And Haaland, 6'4", 6'5", coming in very... No.
Carlos Tevez.
I'm putting in the Balotelli LA clip right now, where he tries to do that 360 in preseason and gets subbed out in like the 20th
I
minute.
understand why he did.
I do too, but still.
That's not his fault.
A little bit. Nah, you know what? We're going to it.
And that's harsh of them to sub him out for that. He thought he was offsides. And you're playing LA Galaxy. Come on
this
now.
This is one of the best clips of all time.
Why are
bro.
we worried about...
This is like old LA Galaxy too. Was he off? It's close. This is the best. This is my boy Dzeko.
Even he like stopped playing. You could tell he gave up on the play. He's like, all right, whatever.
Why'd he do that, bro?
First of all, you're winning 1-0 to LA Galaxy. It's 28 minutes. You sep him off for that.
Dzeko's like, what the hell are you doing?
Bro, it's just literally because the coach is just the funniest part.
Obviously, we all know Haaland's a proven talent, arguably the best young player in the world. Probably is, maybe whatever you want to classify Mbappe as nowadays. Mbappe's been around for too long. Haaland's gonna bag goals. Because at the end of the day, City didn't have a striker last year. We still won the league. We're still going to create chances, and a lot of those chances were missed because we didn't have a striker. We didn't have a guy that was just hunting down goals, that would be in the right positions at all time. And Erling Haaland, we know, will do that. He's going to be deadly on the counterattacks. And he just has to adapt a little bit, and I think we'll be fine. We got Calvin Phillips in now, honestly, a Fernandinho replacement, because Fernandinho actually played a lot for us last season, whether it was at center back, some right back against Real Madrid, which killed us. And at CDM, of course, when Rodri needs to step away, because I think Rodri missed 7 games, and we drew 3 and lost 2 or 3. Rodri's arguably our best player, I'd say. It's probably De Bruyne, because it's De Bruyne, but Rodri's probably the most important, I would say. He kind of ticks and does everything we need, and is kind of the heart of our team. And if we don't have him,
and then
we're terrible.
We're terrible. If everyone was in.
Yeah, but Rodri was amazing for us last season. Probably our player of the season. Scored massive goals as well in that game against Aston Villa in the 91st second minute against Arsenal to give him their L in a game Arsenal probably should have won. Rodri's amazing, but obviously he needs his rest as well, especially with a World Cup year. Calvin Phillips should be able to do that, even though Calvin Phillips is going to be going ham for England as well. We brought in
dual nationality with Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. That's kind of interesting. We brought in Ortega to be a backup for Erison. Julian Alvarez is phenomenal. I love this kid.
Doesn't even have a nationality.
Big stocks in Julian Alvarez from River Plate. Was amazing for them last season. Had a game where he scored like 6 goals. It was just unreal. He presses. He works really hard. He drops back. It's a great passer and linking up plays with a lot of people as well. Watch over this kid. He might not start every week because obviously we got this guy now, but he can come on, play alongside him.
Japanese CDM.
Play right wing. We have so many random players that I've never put on a City jersey, but just we sell them. 5 mil. Coke Itakura. We had Marlos Moreno. I remember when we signed Marlos Moreno. Zach Steffen's obviously gone now. Pedro Porro, who I didn't even know we had, but he's a dickhead because what happened? He cheated? No.
He cheated.
Joao Felix's girlfriend cheated on Joao Felix with Pedro Porro. So he's kind of a scum. Get him out of my club. Obviously, a lot of big losses though. Sterling, Jesus, Zinni have been 3 big players for our quote-unquote dynasty for the last few seasons. Obviously 4 out of 5. big loss there, and Fernandinho, of course, who's down here. But did we replace them well? Are we still good enough to win the league? What do you guys think?
It's Pep at the end of the day.
It is Pep at the end of the day. And Klopp is an amazing manager as well. Obviously, Salah is amazing, and he doesn't have a World Cup. No AFCON to cock block him this season. But Holland also doesn't have a World Cup, so they can just rest in November, December-ish, take a month away, and just get their body right and come back maybe even better than ever. Liverpool second, City first? That we're going
I
with?
say that's viable.
Yeah.
Okay, Hilly. All right, we're going to do that. I think just Liverpool lost more impactful players, or just Sadio Mane really, but that's such a big part. And we just don't really know yet how it's gonna be, because Mane did so much for them last season, playing at center forward, playing at left wing, pretty much wherever you needed him. And also, if one of their midfielders gets hurt, very scary, because Thiago, Fabinho, if those guys are out, and Thiago's always known to get injured a little bit every season, gonna be a big loss. I think it's gonna be a good battle still, because it's Klopp and Pep, two of the best managers. But I think City will scrape away at the end, and it'll probably be like this.
Not unless you
It
see a
wouldn't surprise me if
surprise
Liverpool ended up
Arsenal win.
What?
Winning it all.
What were you saying, Jack? We're just gonna ignore
It
what Bill
wouldn't
said.
surprise me if Liverpool were a little lower at the end of the day.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I could see Tottenham squeezing up here,
Nope.
maybe even challenging. I
Not
just
at
think obviously it's Tottenham. End of the day, they cannot win trophies. They're always
They
gonna
can
ball
win,
it somehow.
exactly.
But this is the year I think they could really go crazy, because they have a coach that is proven. They have world-class players all around. They have a really good team, like just a lot of depth. They signed a lot of players as well. Didn't really lose too much. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was this.
No.
At least this. All right.
No. What is happening here? Okay, absolutely not. Put United in the relegation zone. What's going on?
No, but I think this is a good top six, because I think these two London clubs have improved a lot.
Unreal. We
Oh wait.
outvoted
That's
them.
all I think these two London clubs have done enough to finish top four and arguably even compete with these two. Maybe we'll see. These two.
I think it's going to be a top four battle for sure.
Yeah, I think this is a good top four. Obviously, these two are kind of in a different class. These two are kind of getting there, I would say. Tottenham more so, in my opinion. And then Europa League, obviously United are just rebuilding right now. They want Sancho to improve on a lackluster year one, but still had sparks. They want Rashford to come back to his old self, Martial to come back, and just everybody get implemented into the Ten Hag ball. And then next season, maybe they sign Frankie, maybe they sign whoever else. Chelsea, just weird. I don't know. Chelsea are just a weird one. Chelsea could easily finish here. To be honest with you, Tuchel's still Tuchel. End of the day, they do still have some great players, but I think they're just... It's been a weird offseason for them. So I think this is how the table's going to be looking, boys. Any last words?
No, it's looking great. I think some of them will be up slightly up or down, like Liverpool. That's going to come down.
And
whether
Arsenal
they
down,
fit.
probably.
It's also going to be a weird
United
year
if they just
because of
do
World
some-
Cup.
Yeah, World Cup year in the middle could cuck a
Yeah,
lot of
that
people
is.
as well. A lot of people, like in my De Bruyne, he's gonna play a lot for us. He's their best player. He's gonna play a lot. There's just gonna be a lot of injuries, which sucks. But it's in the middle of the
going to be
season.
so
It's gonna happen.
important this year.
Yeah, depth is gonna be very important. So we'll see who comes out away at the end. But
And I think we kind of have solved that
you
issue.
do have a lot of depth. Nketiah, the backup. You got Marquinhos, who you signed on the wing. Smith Rowe is gonna be good. Nicholas Pepe is still there. Whatever you think of him, I think he's a solid player.
Martinelli.
Yeah, Martinelli. I think Martinelli starts for you guys though. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, Martinelli, Saka, Jesus, Odegaard, been behind
Odegaard, RT. I like Zaha. Or not Zaha.
them. Who?
Xhaka.
When did you sign Zaha?
We were looking at Zaha before in previous
Everybody's
years.
looking at Zaha.
But
Yeah,
I
Xhaka can
do
put a
like
shift in
Xhaka.
as well.
again, that's like 2 years. I felt like we should just replace him. And
Yeah, there's
what
still a
we're
lot of...
trying to do.
Arteta clearly still wants more signings, whoever that may be. Maybe Tielemans? I don't know. That's not looking too likely now.
I don't know if I want to limit. I would
Yeah,
have loved
he's-
Renato Sancho.
Yeah, Renato Sanchez could be fun as well. We'll see.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll wrap it up there. That's our table. Obviously, It's probably all going to be wrong, but it's a prediction video. It's just for fun. We gave our reasonings. We looked through every team's transfers and talked about them all. So this is just our opinion and what we think is going to happen this season. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, do all that good things. Say peace out, boys.
Peace.
Adios.